What up, what up, what up, what up? What up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Rob Report on the Go. Now, I told you guys that this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I said if the Democrats continue to pursue this guy, because that's what it is, you're pursuing this guy. In other words, it's called a witch hunt. If you're going to look, you don't like the guy, okay? You don't like Trump. There's still no reason for you to witch hunt this guy. There's still no reason to try to find stuff on this guy. You're like a dirty rogue cop trying to plant something, looking for anything to get this guy on. Instead of doing your freaking job. It's like me taking my camera and going to a public place and on video to public place. It's my right. So why are you wasting taxpayers' dollars bothering me when there's real people doing real crime? Why are you wasting taxpayers' dollars trying to get this guy impeached when there's real issues going on that Americans face every day, regardless of him? And I told you that all it's going to do is going to get acquitted. He's going to look good. He's going to look like a victim, and you guys are going to look like the victimizers. And his approval ratings go up. And now, if you don't really get somebody to go toe-to-toe with Trump, you ain't winning. He's going to win and get 4 more years and possibly get the House and Senate, and Nancy Pelosi will sit her behind down. You realize how much she brought so much hatred on herself with this stuff, especially that last debacle, ripping up the document stuff, petty mess. Why you gotta do something like that? There are people that don't like her, and she made people that's in the middle don't like her. You think people in the middle thought that was a cool thing she did? No, they see her as the worst brat. They see Trump as the person saying, look, I'm not shaking your hand. You tried to impeach me. And I don't blame him. I'm not shaking your hand after you try to have me locked up. I want to have nothing to do with you. Some people talk, oh, he's wrong. No. Look, we ain't got to shake hands. I'll shake my head at you, but I ain't got to shake your hand. And then she going to get all bitter and going to rip the documents up. Official documents, a document that's supposed to go into the House archives, all because you want to be a little kid. But let's go over this thing real quick. Trump job approval at personal best, 49%. So now this guy's, his popularity is just a little bit under Obama. You keep this mess up, it's going to surpass Obama. Approval among Republicans, 94%. So you think these guys going to turn against him and go in the middle? No, they standing strong with Trump, man. They standing strong with Trump. All because you guys are trying to witch hunt this guy. You're trying to get this guy by any means necessary. You're trying to be a rogue, dirty cop instead of just voting him out in November. You're going to continue to press whatever you can to make it a hell for him, all because they beat old little Hillary Clinton. You guys got to stop that, man. This is why I hate politics. I don't take sides. I don't like neither party because both of them crooked. And at the end of the day, the people then go get what they want. Yep, jobs are low. You know why jobs are low? Because people working 2-3 jobs. you know the wage increase. Most of the wage increases are in the high populated area where the minimum wages has gone up because of people like Bernie Sanders, all them pushing for higher minimum wage. See, you get what you ask for. You get what you ask for. You played this game. You did this. You lie. You cheat. You steal. And you think the public is going to be on your side when you do something like that. Nah, Trump, his approval rating 49%, baby. Overall. 94% among Republicans. Jeez. Polls show high party polarization on record. Half of registered voters say Trump deserved to be reelected. You hear that? Half of registered voters, period, say Trump deserved to be reelected. President Donald Trump's job approval rating has risen to 49%, his highest in Gallup polling since he took office in 2017. The new poll finds 50% of Americans disapproving of Trump, leaving just 1% expressing no opinion. So it's half. So, I hate when politicians try to speak for the American public. You can't speak for the American public. You don't even represent your constituents in the first place. Well, the American public is tired of this. Have you talked to every person in America? No, so shut up. Shut up. You don't know what the American people really thinking. You don't even spend time with them. You don't even go back to your communities and spend quality time with them. You'll hold a town hall here and two a day when you're in your off season, then you're back up to D.C. So I don't like it on the Republican side. I don't like it on the Democratic side. Y'all can't speak for the American people. Most American people don't even believe in all your philosophies on both sides. I strongly believe the American public is disgusted with both parties. And stuff like this that causes this man approval rating to go up among registered voters, they say he should get another shot. 94% locked strong in the Republicans. Trump approval rating has risen because of higher ratings among both Republicans and independents. His 94% approval rating among Republicans is up 6% from January, and it is 3 points higher than his previous best among fellow partisans. The 42% approval rating among independents, listen to that, 42% approval rating among independents. Now, this is where the Democrats usually lose in elections because you're so focused on trying to keep your Democrats. You're so focused on uniting the Democratic Party that you neglect most of America, which is independent. They're neither Republican or Democrats. And they're looking for a reason to side with you, but with this childish playtime daycare stuff that both parties go through every day, you make them don't want to vote. So turnout is low, or they'll vote a third party, or they'll do what they call a default vote or what they call a protest vote. It's like, I'm not voting for you because you're this. I'd rather deal with this person. And that's what happened in 2016. 42% approval rating among independents is up 5 points and ties 3 other polls as its best among that group. Democratic approval is 7% down slightly from 10%. So what you see right here is majority has leaned toward his way. You got 94% of Republicans saying the guy doing a good job, man. Good job, man. Then you got 42% of independents saying good job. Well, what about the other 60 or 38% of independents? They're on our side, right? No. The 87-point gap between Republicans and Democrats' approval in the current poll is the largest Gallup has measured in any Gallup poll to date, surpassing the prior record held by Trump and Barack Obama by 1 point. In January 29 polls was conducted in the midst of the Senate impeachment trial that will likely result in the president's acquittal. The poll finds 50% of Americans in favor of acquittal. 52%, that's over half in America, but yet politicians say the American public is just disgusted. You can't speak for the American public. You haven't talked to all America. Stop going on the camera saying this mess. Let the American public speak for itself. And in this case, 52% of Americans in favor of acquitting Trump and 46% in favor of convicting and removing him. So more people in America say, man, leave this guy alone, man. Go ahead with that foolishness. And 46% saying we got to get him out no matter what. In addition to possible reflection sentiment regarding his impeachment, Trump increased approval rating. Trump increased approval rating approval rating may also result from other issues, including The recent military action in Iran, more Americans in new polls approve, 53% disapprove, 45% in the United States. New poll approved, 53% of Americans approve of the actions Trump taken in Iran. I don't approve it, but 53% approve, 45% disapprove. That resulted in the death of a leading Iranian general. Iran retaliated, but despite fears of escalation, no further military action has been taken by either side. Also, foreign trade. During the polls field period, Trump also signed the United States, Mexico, Canada, the MCAA, whatever they want to call it, trade deal to replace the North American Free Trade Agreement. The economy, Americans' confidence in the economy is higher than at any point in the past 2 decades. Now, look, in this particular incident, I give Trump and Obama credit. I give Obama the credit for building the infrastructure, and it's taking us up, and I give Trump the credit for not doing something to crush it. And that's why I give him. And hopefully building on top of it to better it. To better it. I don't agree with the taxes to the wealthy, but focusing on trade, focusing on infrastructure on top of what Obama already did makes it better. Should he get credit for that? Of course. I give him credit for not messing it up, not getting us in a bunch of wars, even though we're in a bunch of proxy wars, but not getting us in full-scale war where now we got to worry about taxes and spending extra money on the government when we need to spend that domestically. Confidence in the economy is higher than at any point in the past 2 decades. Similarly, national satisfaction is the highest in nearly 15 years. And like I said, I think both of them have something to do with that. Some of you think different. You want to play sides. If Obama wouldn't have built that infrastructure, there's no way Trump would have got us out of that ditch that we was in. So both of them get the credit for this, to me. 63% of Americans now approve of the way Trump is handling the economy. 63%. 63%. Trump is handling the economy up 6 points from the prior reading in November. It is the highest economic approval rating, not only for Trump, but for any president since George W. Bush enjoyed a stratospheric job approval rating in the first few months after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack. Trump ratings for handling foreign affairs, 47%, and foreign trade, 50%, also his best to date. Republican Party images also improved. You hear that? The Republican Party images is also improving. As Trump job approval rating has improved, so has the image of the Republican Party now. 51% of Americans view the Republican Party favorably, up 43% in September. It is the first time the GOP favorability has exceeded 50% since 2005. And see, there was a time when the Republican Party was failing, man, and they were literally warring within the party. You had the Tea Party versus traditional Republicans, just like you got progressives versus corporate Democrats. I mean, and it was easy to fracture that party. What messed that up, what prevented the kill shot, is the fact that the Democratic Party started cheating their own candidates. And blatantly cheating, and then expecting people to still support them. And that wasn't going to happen. But the Republican Party, you don't see that going on, so their approval rating started going up. The poll finds 48%. Meanwhile, 45% of Americans have a positive opinion of the Democratic Party, probably lower than that, a slight up from 48%. Additionally, the poll finds 48% of Americans identifying as Republicans are leaning toward that party, compared to 44% Democratic identification leaning. Recent Gallup polls had showed a fairly even partisan distribution after the Democratic Party held advantage for much of 2019. Gallup observed similar public opinion shift when Bill Clinton was impeached. Now, I told you that impeachment is not always good, and if you don't find something that's really damning, really hardened, really, really considered criminal, caught in the act type of stuff, like the Nixon tapes, then all you're going to do is embolden this president. And see, Bill Clinton was coming out of office when his impeachment happened, and his approval went up. This, to me, like I said before, these articles of impeachment was sham to me. Because to me, there's nothing wrong with, you know, if you find out corruption was going on, you're trying to get to the bottom of Ukraine because Ukraine and the Democrats using Ukraine to try to get you out of office was a problem. Now you're exonerated. I think you should try to investigate to find out what's going on. Then you find out that here we are. We got presidents and vice presidents approving holding back money as a bribe to get somebody fired. A prosecutor who may have been investigating my children. That man got every right to check into that. He got every right to check into the service. He got the server. He got every right to check into any crooked thing that the FBI and the Democratic Party tried to do to try to railroad his election and undermine his election. He has every right to do that. And here I am, an independent, saying that. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I didn't support Trump or Clinton. Don't like neither one of them. But common sense is common sense. He has a right to look into that. And he should investigate that. It's not my fault that Biden wants to run for president. That's Biden's fault. And you ain't going to use that to try to say I'm trying to get dirt on my political opponent when y'all been getting dirt on me from day one. I'm not trying to get dirt on the man. I'm trying to investigate this. The man already got dirt on him. Anyway, this is funny because I predicted this. I said, you go this route, leave it alone. Go vote this guy out at the polls. Stop with this Mickey Mouse witch hunting. Go to the polls and vote this guy out. Rally your game, and let's get to going. But the bottom line is Pete Buttigieg ain't going to do it. Kamala Harris is gone. Joe Biden barely placed fourth in Iowa. So I don't know why people think these certain people just got the juice to run for office, number one, and become president, let alone beat Trump. And I said, I told you, this guy's going to be hard to beat because he got momentum. His base is strong. You ain't going to beat him. You got to come with it. And the only person who has the chance of beating him is Bernie Sanders. And even then, he got to come with it. Because this guy, his base is strong, his ground game is strong, Republicans on his side. And when you got something like that, man, it's going to be tough. And they're going to lean on him for support, too. So they're going to be washing the hand back and forth for one another. So, like I said, this was going to give this guy a bump in approval. It's going to make him look good. It made him look like the victim, make them look like the victimizers. And if you don't get your game straight, you're going to see Trump for another 4 years, bruh. And you think you will... Don't let him get the House and Senate and he be in position. Your worst nightmare may happen. Okay? All right, so this is Robert Brown with the Rob Report on the go, man. By the way, again, I want to appreciate those who gave into not my Patreon and not my Super Chat I'm getting away from. There's quite a few of you that has been a blessing. You know some of the things that I'm going through. I left my union job to start a union activism show. I love the job, but it was really taken away from me. So right now I'm doing this full time. I got my issues with my computer. And some of you guys been thinking enough. I'm thinking people donate $5, but I had people donate $10, $20, even $100 to the campaign. But in support to the efforts of Bob TV and me being able to do this a little more, and I want to let you know that I appreciate you. And again, whenever you do it through paypal.me/capital B, capital O, capital B, capital T, capital V, capital NYC, Bob TV NYC. And make sure when you do donate, you send me an email at robertbbrown00000, that's 40 at gmail.com. And send me a picture, and so I can put you up on the screen and tell you how much I appreciate you. I'm going to look at you and tell you how much I appreciate you. And I love you because it really helped me a whole lot. The challenge is real. Making adjustments and to do this more, trying to find something I can do in the evening time, late nights, and where I can focus my days building this channel. The union job was taking me away from this, and I really suffered a lot when it came to subscriptions. My subscriptions dropped low because, not because of my opinion, it's because I wasn't putting out content and like I really want to. So and the Union Activism channel. I really want to grow that. And I'm not going to move it to its own channel. It's going to stay on Bob TV. It's just going to be a separate show that we'll probably do once or twice a month called Union Power. You can go to the Union Power Facebook group. Just put in Union Power. You'll see the big red fist. You can go to the Twitter page and check that out. And also go to my website, bobtvnyc.com. And hey, listen to some of my music. I do a little gospel rap, so so listen. If you like music, you can listen to that. I'm not that good, but I try. And I have another channel called Winning with Love, where I do teach on the spiritual side on how to overcome hate and love people more. All right, so this is Robert Brown with the Rob Report on the go. I'll holler at you later. Thank you for your time. And again, thank you for your donations. I love you so much. Peace.